Welcome back to Tech by Pike. Today we're going to be talking about handheld gaming consoles, and specifically the Neo 2021 Pro. Now, this one comes with a 7-inch H-IPS touchscreen at 215 ppi, 500 nits of peak brightness. It also comes with an AMD Ryzen 7 4800U. It has an AMD Integrated Graphics 1TB SSD, 16 gigabytes of LPDDR4 RAM, and then it comes with Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.0, a 47-watt battery, 2.5 hours of playing AAA games on this console, and then it has a 65-watt fast charging, which takes about 90 minutes. We went ahead and reserved our Steam Deck back in September, and it's the $647 version with the 512 SSD, but it's been delayed at least one time, and we're not expected to get it until after the start of Q2 of this year. So we decided to go out and get this gaming console, this handheld, and once we get the Steam Deck, we'll do a contrast and compare gaming performance and all that. But for now, we're going to take a look at this gaming console, and we're going to unbox it. We're going to check out the chassis, the screen, and even do a little bit of gaming. So let's unbox it. Alright, let's go ahead and unbox this, but first, let's check this out. So it's a tablet computer, charging cable, power charger, USB-C to USB adapter, has a user manual. Anything else that we want to know about it? Okay, let's go ahead and unbox it. Alright. Okay, let's lift this up here. Alright, I really like that. So it looks like it shows you a little bit about the console layout here. Focus in on that. Alright, it has a M.2 2280 NVMe SSD, so that's good to know. I really like that. Take the console out, lift up this, and let's see what we got. So, okay, we got some different charging plugs depending on where you live in the world. Here's the charging brick. We got some documentation there. Set that off to the side. That's the cable. Pull that out. Another charging plug. Okay, a third charging plug. Wow, they've prepared for everything. And then we have USB to USB-A, USB-C to USB-A, two of them. Okay, that's interesting. Two adapters, and it looks like that is it. I'm going to go ahead and put these plugs back. We don't have to worry about these right now. Close that up. We'll set that off to the side. Not sure what the USB-C to USB-A adapters are for. But we'll go ahead and open this up. But it looks like it's a 60 watt. Okay. Grab the cables out. Pretty decent length. Check out the propaganda here. All right. Some instructions on, and then we have the, looks like we have some other safety information. Okay, let's check out the console. Okay, let's take a look at the console itself. You have the two joysticks, good rotation, good clicking. You have the D-pad. Feels pretty decent. I think you have a home button here and a options button. Not sure what these two. This might end up turning if you have your windows up, and then if you can have multiple windows on one screen, but I'm not sure about that. We'll test it. You have the AXYB buttons here. Feels pretty good. And then you have the Windows button, a Task Manager button, escape button, and a KD button. Not sure what that is. We'll take a look at it. Then you have your 4 trigger buttons on top: LB, RB, LT, and RT. You have your power button, your 2 volume buttons to lower the volume and to turn it up. And then you have a earphone jack here, and then a USB-C, and I believe this is for you can charge, data transfer, and use an external monitor if you want with this. And then I think this one's just a USB-C for data transfer. And then on the bottom here you also have a USB-C, and I believe this is for charging, data transfer. You can use a dock if you want to have an external monitor, and so that's great. It's also fast charging, like I said, 90 minutes I believe for charging this thing to full, so that's great. And then on the back here you have the big fan here to keep this thing cool while you're playing your games. I will tell you, like I said before, this chassis feels very, very premium. There's absolutely no flex at all, and it feels, whoops, almost slipped out. It feels really great in my hand here. So it is a good feeling console. Looks like we have some fans here, maybe some grills for venting, and possibly some downward facing speakers too. So I don't want to miss that. All right, let's turn this on and check it out. So we're here at Windows, and we're going to go ahead and update this with the recent patches, and then we'll do a little gaming. So we played a number of our favorite games on the Aya Neo Pro, And we also use some in-game benchmarking too, and I'm just going to go through them real quick. And these are all, the games themselves are on low settings. And our first game was F1 2020, where we were getting 58 to 65 FPS on average. And then we went to God of War, where we were getting 28 to 32 FPS on average. Cyberpunk 2077, where we're getting around 22 to 30 FPS on average. And Shadows of the Tomb Raider, we were getting around 29 to 35 FPS on average. Alright, to wrap this video up on the AMD 2021 Pro, there's a couple things I like about this particular unit, and there's some things that were red flags, and one significant red flag. And I don't know if you can hear this, but there is a rattling sound right over here where the joystick and the A, X, Y, B buttons are. And I don't know if it's just my unit, or if, you know, it might be something that other people have noticed. I haven't checked for it yet. I just noticed it this morning. It hasn't been dropped. I've been taking very good care of it. So I'm not sure what's going on in there. It hasn't impacted the gameplay or any of the functionality of this unit, but it is concerning, and it could affect it later down the road. So anyway, there is that. Another thing that was kind of a red flag, and I don't know if it's because of the small screen or not, but I went out on the web version of Steam to try to install the application to this, and I couldn't find the install button for Steam. Well, I did find it, but it was grayed out. Every time I clicked it, it would disappear and it wouldn't install. So what I ended up doing or figuring out is I searched for one of the games that I knew that I had in my Steam library, and I went to that, and then there was a button near God of War was the game, where I could download Steam, and so I clicked that, and that's where I was able to download it, the Steam application, and then from there I could find the library in the Steam app, which was, I just thought that was a little weird. While downloading and updating this thing with current patching, you really can't lay this flat on your desk because it blocks the fan here, and I will tell you, the fan kicks in really quickly. Even downloading and just kind of searching through the Windows 10, and then even going out and browsing, the fan kicks on. So I didn't want to block that. So what I'm saying is there's no real kickstand on this where it can lay like at a kind of elevated, this fan, and not flat on the surface to where it blocks the fan. And so instead of holding it, I had to prop it up against stuff, and I don't know, it just seemed kind of annoying. So I don't know, either deal with the thermals and get something that you can lean it up against, or the manufacturer needs to do something there, or, you know, next version provide a kickstand. I don't know. Anyway, those are some red flags. Other than that, I mean, the layout is fantastic. This thing, as far as flexibility, it was great. There's no flex whatsoever. The speakers were great, good sound. So the joysticks and everything worked perfectly. Charging, it charged up really, really quick. I think it was faster than 90 minutes to get a full charge. I will say that I did do some gaming for about 2.5 hours, and it didn't quite make that I think it was like 2 hours and like 15 minutes. So anyway, something to consider. Other than that, I really liked it. We're going to do some other benchmarking on this, synthetic benchmarking with 3D Mark and some other things, and we're going to post that video later on down the road in a couple weeks. But so far so good. Anyway, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this from Tech by Pike, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. It helps the channel. Not only that, it gives us an opportunity to bring more videos like this to you. And for that, we thank you. Until next time.